Why Kourtney Kardashian never wanted to be Scott Disick's wife. Kourtney Kardashian married Travis Barker on May 22, 2022, and fans are curious as to why she chose him over Scott Disick. Kourtney altered the dynamic of her nearly decade-long relationship with Scott by marrying Travis. Many Keeping Up with the Kardashians fans are aware that Kourtney and Scott had a deep love, as made evident in previous episodes of the show. Fans are left wondering why she never wanted to be Scott's wife, despite dating him for 9 years. Kourtney and Scott's relationship was rocky after they met in 2006. When Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered in 2007, their relationship quickly became one of the show's main plotlines. Scott irritated the Kar-Jenners at first, but this didn't bother Kourtney. The couple had an on-again, off-again relationship, and she gave birth to Mason Disick in 2009. Kourtney and Scott have 2 more children, Penelope and Reagan Disick. Despite raising a lovely family, their relationship was always on the verge of dissolving, and they eventually split up, but later reconciled. Their dating problems are linked to Scott's drinking problems and a general lack of stability in the relationship. Kourtney and Scott split up in 2015 after photos of Scott getting cozy with his ex-girlfriend surfaced. Both of them began dating other people after their breakup. They co-parented their children after the divorce. Kourtney eventually met her match in Travis, the drummer for Blink-182. They married in 2022 after getting engaged in 2021. Fans wondered why Kourtney didn't marry Scott instead, given their long-term relationship and wonderful children. Kourtney had several issues with Scott, but 2 of them were deal breakers for her. Because of these issues, she decided to end her relationship with him. She finally admitted it during a Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion episode, saying, "The infidelity, I only knew about it at the end, so I think the substance abuse was the deal breaker." Kourtney appeared to have desired a mature relationship, but Scott's cheating and partying made that goal unattainable. Scott proposed to Kourtney during a trip to Las Vegas in 2007, and she agreed to marry him. The couple became engaged and decided to marry within 24 hours. Kris Jenner, on the other hand, did not want them to be husband and wife. The mother feared that a marriage would end in disaster and suspected that Kourtney was rushing things. Kris eventually reached out to her daughter, persuading her not to marry Scott. He proposed to Kourtney again in 2011, but she declined, saying she wasn't ready to marry. But giving the credit to where it's due, Scott really did try his best. A source told Us Weekly that Scott was still attempting to reignite their romance when she began dating Travis. However, Scott retreated as the relationship became serious. One insider said, once she became serious with Travis, he stopped trying to win her back. The source went on to share that Scott still loves Kourtney, whom he shares 4 children with. In fact, it's unlikely to change anytime soon. The insider said his feelings for her haven't gone away. He's always going to love her. He's just having a hard time accepting the fact that she's married. And during the first few episodes of Hulu's The Kardashians, Scott revealed his true feelings about ex-wife Kourtney Kardashian's relationship with Travis Barker. Scott told Khloe Kardashian that Kourtney's relationship with Travis has allowed him to move on because of it. Scott remarked to the confessional camera, "For the first time in my life, it's finally starting to change." He suggested, now that Kourtney's got her life with Travis, as hard as that is, it does give me a place to finally be able to move on. Khloe asked Scott how open he would be to having a real loving relationship akin to what Kourtney has found with Travis. He then admitted, "If I want to find someone real and serious that I'd want to spend my life with, it would have to be somebody in their upper 20s. Scott added, "Not over 30. Whatever, 30, whatever it is. If I love somebody, it doesn't matter their age." Right after that, Scott expressed, "Feeling left out and not being told anything is super hurtful, especially when I don't have another family to go to." Khloe felt that Scott would have been spared some discomfort given Kourt's PDA with Travis. Scott, on the other hand, said that he would prefer to experience that to spending no time at all with his family. Scott then shared, "I always had her friends or our family in my ear, kind of like, 'Honey, don't worry. Eventually you guys will figure it out and you'll get back together one day.'" He characterized his past feelings by saying, "My foot was always halfway in the door." Scott understated that it was a huge adjustment, losing Kourtney romantically. Overall, Kourtney never wanted to marry Scott because she knew he was untrustworthy. She requires someone who will show her affection, someone in whom she can put her trust, and someone she can call her best friend. While Scott appeared to be that person for many years, Travis was the one who checked all of her boxes. Finally, the Keeping Up with the Kardashians alum has found someone in whom she has had enough faith to marry. Kourtney is now happily married to Travis. He is more loving than Scott ever was. Scott didn't seem to be the kind of person she needed by her side, who was always loyal and on whom she could rely. On the Kardashians, fans are hoping to learn more about Kourtney and Travis's relationship. Kourtney and Scott currently have a rocky friendship and are successfully co-parenting their children.